Welcome aboard, and hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here. Welcome to our first look at a new colony survival city builder known as Diluvian Winds, a game that's out now in early access on Steam and GOG, and a game that you can check out with the link down below in the description. Well, we certainly do love ourselves some city builders here on this channel, and even more the better when it's a survival one with management of personnel and resources. And this has got it all, as well as a cooking mini game. It's crazy. I love that. Absolutely love cooking in these types of games as much as fishing and more. So thank you very much to Goblins Productions for sponsoring today's video. And again, you can check that link down below in the description. So a little bit of info on the game if you're wondering. It currently has itself a story and a sandbox mode with more things to come down the line, as again, it is early access. You can see a few things about scoring and achievements that aren't yet complete, and of course there's still plenty of content to be had, including 5 story chapters and the sandbox mode that I mentioned earlier, 2 survival paths where we can build on land and underwater, so we can build, underwater or up here on the beautiful cliffs, with our main objective being to keep that lighthouse lit so caravans in the area can pass through safely, and we can kind of survive this cataclysmic event where oceans are rising and or becoming more violent, and people are still trying to trade via those routes and try to survive on villages, on islands, and coastlines, which is really cool. 35 different rooms to build in this game, essentially like with different functions like a kitchen or a storage area or like a barracks or a bedroom, that type of thing. And also 10 different species that'll come to this little village as well, all with their different traits, a very unique weather and very unique characters, and everything will be different. Everyone will be different who show up with tsunamis and submarines and eruptions and more. It's completely unpredictable, but it should be a good time. Now, this is the type of game that I really love this art style. Love this art style. The presentation is beautiful. Kind of remind me a bit of like, Don't Starve Together, but like 2D. And so that's really unique. I love that so much. And I'm glad that we're getting city builders that are going outside the box of the traditional top-down or 3D space of building on a grid and kind of doing something a little different where verticality and space management are incredibly important. All right, well, let's go ahead and jump in. We'll start with our introduction to the story and kind of get the little feel of what's going on in the immersion of the world, and then we'll maybe possibly have some time for sandbox in the future. This is the type of game that I typically will live stream too, so if you're really liking this, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and of course check out that link down below in the description for more Diluvian Winds. All right, let's let those winds blow. Let's start the story mode and take a look at what it has to offer. Okay, so there's our 5 chapters here. That'll probably go on to 5 there. And an easy and hard mode coming soon, so recommended difficulty is normal for now. For players looking for a balanced experience. I certainly am. Let's go. Everything you need to know to start your journey. Chapter 0. Right. Nice. My lighthouse is a mess. This unhinged weather and the constant catastrophes keep destroying whatever we manage to build. I guess our name is the Keeper. Cool hat, bro. I love that. And we're a otter or a beaver? I think we're an otter. I'm not sure. I ought to know, but I guess I don't. What a life. In any case, there's nothing else for it. We must rebuild. I'm too old for this. Ah, good. He's got tenacity and grit. I like that. And look at how cool that house looked. It was really up there. A squirrel? Elmer. I'll wait for the next caravan. Let me know if I can help in the meantime. Please don't go far. The lighthouse tower is a safe place, and there's so much to do to ensure our survival. Cool. Ah, nice. A free camera mode, and we get to... Oh, I love this. Absolutely love this. I don't know if you guys remember, if you were in school, those cutaway books that would show you like the side of like a B-52 bomber or a medieval castle or like a subway system or a metro system, and it would show you all the things underground. But that is why these games absolutely fascinate me. And look at that. We have ourselves some underwater building too. That is cool. So we must be able to get down there somehow and be able to build and or maybe explore the depths. Looks like there's lots of areas possibly to build down there too. Yeah, gorgeous art style. Feels like it's made with paper, and it feels like I could actually reach out and touch it and actually interact with it that way. Almost like a pop-up book rather than it being like a 3D. I don't know. It seems all handmade. Look at that. That is a greenery. Looks like we got lots of storage here. I love it. Absolutely love it. That's cool. Now, again, there's 35 of these buildings, so I can't wait to see what they all are. And some could be built on land. Maybe there's, like, for example, homes and other things that we can plop down here, but also expanding upon our building here as well. So it looks like multiple levels with a ladder to go up, just like Elmer here had made his way up to the top. All right, let's go ahead and see what we got to do here. We'll pass some time, and it is beautiful daytime. We should start by clearing out the debris. What is debris? Oh, you mean debris. We'll need to recycle this wood. I'll take care of it. Just let me know where to go. I feel like we're playing as Elmer, and we're just learning from the keeper, I feel. Well, we actually have control of him now, so. The remains of a room destroyed by a disaster. Rooms to be cleared to recover some of the materials used. You know, another thing, yeah, we got to worry about is giant tsunamis coming through and ripping up buildings. So there is a constant factor of destruction and maintenance that way, too. And possibly death with our people, or maybe being like scared away from this place. We have vegetables, fish, insects, wood, metal, textiles, and oil to build with, so certainly something that could provide electricity. Looks like we have oil lanterns for now, so maybe it's either we could have oil-powered electricity or possibly lamp oil, and then lots of different building materials and lots of foods too, insect, fish, and vegetables to eat. That's cool. All right, let's go ahead and click on our friend here and see what we can do with him. Oh, Elmer, I see. It's not telling us to select him, but he's already selected. He has no request. Okay, let's go ahead and request he do something. So, let's see if we can go ahead and... each of them have their bonuses, too. Produces a small amount of wood and produces fruit or vegetable. Oh, I thought this was a bonus for them to actually produce those things. But this is where the bonuses come in. Since Elmer's a squirrel, he can cultivate vegetables. It's a natural skill for them. So +5 on vegetables and -5 on fish. So if you put them on fishing, not so good. If you put them on anything to do with farming, that's a good thing. Also land-based, so he does not want to go down into that submarine we saw below. But I'm assuming the otter here definitely can. If we can click on him, I guess not. Okay, so what are we being tasked with? We're tasked with clearing that building there. So let's go ahead and do that. And it looks like we got another... Almost looks like a soldier coming up. He's got a fancy hat on. They look cool. I'll remove the debris. I should be done by this afternoon. Every activity is exhausting and lowers my morale. If it ever reaches 0, I'll have to rest and won't be able to help anymore. Alright, so I guess we got to keep everybody's spirits up too. There might be ways to reduce that, like for example, as I mentioned before, the food mini games, which if we feed our animals the correct food and the best of that correct food, the food that they prefer, it'll pay off dividends. Evelyn, hello. I see there's a greenhouse still standing. If you sign me to it, I'll forage for food there. Good idea. Producing resources is it's survival 101. That's a good point. All right, Evelyn, you are a squirrel as well? Yeah, so you'll be perfect for that. So let's get you up there. Boom. You're going to start foraging. I'll probably be done by the end of morning. That background is gorgeous. The production of resources is dependent on many factors, including morale, travelers' species, and weather. It's your responsibility as the keeper to make sure all tasks are assigned efficiently. It's your home, after all. Yeah, good point. Now, you might not be able to do that 100% of the time. If you got a huge need for farming and you don't have a lot of good farmers, you'll still have to farm. So, you know, just make do with what you got sometimes. Seems everyone's busy. Time to move on to the next phase of the day. Good music, too. Oh, okay, so Q and E to slowly zoom in. Camera controls or WASD. That's certainly nice. Yeah, good controls. Cool. All right, move on to the midday or next morning, I suppose. Hey, there we go. We got too much food. We'll probably have to be addressing that next. Looks like stuff's floating by. Wish we could jump out and grab that. Is everyone coming down for dinner? After work, it's time to rest. There's nothing better than a good binge to improve everyone's morale. The fuller the pot, the better we'll feel afterwards. Keep an eye on food reserves, however. It's always better to have some extra food saved up. A varied meal will give us different bonuses. Remember to mix your ingredients and quantities. The flood is better with big folks like you around. Your generosity deserves a feast. Ah, so there was a giant flood. Oh, how lovely. Maggot and potato with green onions, I think. Wonderful. All right, so yeah, fill up the pots and make some tasty dishes. I completely agree with that. But we'll have to take what we can get. So, it looks like the otters like fish, but the squirrels really like vegetables. Copious meal, a feast. There we go. Wow. Now, I'm assuming this is only enough to feed these three. As our city grows more and more, there's going to have to be a bigger and bigger cauldron to feed everyone. Go ahead and confirm. Wood +5. Green salad. Ooh, nice. Is this what they're thinking about? Talking about otters? Oh, me, maybe. Or, yeah, the elder. Skip to the next morning. Let's do it. Up to the lighthouse. Now, this fire is key to our survival. If I let it go out, travelers will not see the lighthouse, and I will become isolated from the rest of the world. Each day, the weather will have a varying degree of impact on the flame. We can maintain the fire by giving it sources of fuel. Ah, maybe that might be where oil comes in, too. However, the items used for fuel are also materials required to build and reinforce the village. The future probability holds some difficult choices for us. For now, however, we have enough wood to keep the fire going as strong as it can. So the more strength to a lighthouse, the better. Excellent. The stronger the fire, the faster the next exiles will find the lighthouse. Right. The weather lowers the fire strength. If the fire goes out, you lose. Oh boy. Okay, so that is the heart of the entire colony. Right there. The lighthouse, no matter what, has to stay lit so more people can come in. And once it goes out, we can't reignite it. So that's bad. Let's revive the fire. Let's toss in some wood. Oh yeah, she's going all the way. Wow, that is lit. It won't go out. It won't go out anytime soon. Travelers will see it from far, 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 far away. I bet you. Looks like a lift there and stuff. Well, let's see. Oh yeah, barrels and books. A little bedroom for the keeper. A little living room with some tea, and then a kitchen and more storage. We're learning a lot so quickly. This is very simple, very straightforward, which makes me nervous because typically those games that do that, where it's like, oh, no problem, just keep the lighthouse lit. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, by day 25, this is when it starts to get hectic. But everything in due time, step by step, take it slow. You know, nothing to be afraid of. We just gotta go slow. We can see our resources that we've gathered through the day. We can see our weather, which today is foggy, which is fire -1, morale -3. Traveler has no request. Oh, special requests from the residents can come in. And it looks like that caravan is halfway here. The travelers, if you will. Our next travelers are still a few days away, so no arrivals today. Let's tackle the morning tasks. All right, did we finish the debris? Oh, yeah. The debris gathering is complete, and the farm looks kind of nice. I see tomatoes in there, too, but I'm not sure if we can pick what grows. Skip to the next morning again. So we're doing a lot of skipping time, but I'm imagining as we have more and more people, we'd be doing building projects, and we'd be doing a daily scheduling for different labor, and also probably having to take people from one job to another based on what we're doing. For example, gathering wood instead of metal if we had enough metal, that type of thing. If I make a suggestion, you don't have the means of wood production, I can take care of that if you'd like. Good idea. We have the ability to build a woodcutter's cabin. Nice, now we're building stuff. We travelers are looking for places to take refuge during our journey. We come in with different skills. Try to use us at our best. Let's build a woodcutter's cabin. Absolutely. Good idea. Alright, so how do we go about doing that? Oh, he's an optimist. Nice. An optimistic squirrel. I like that. Well, there's our blueprints for a woodcutter's cabin, and I think I'm going to put that under here. You know, actually, we probably have to cut it down there, so I wonder if there's an efficiency bonus for putting it close to the source. Let's try that. Less walk means more work. Got it! No commute time for this guy. And what can you help with? We should keep building our food supply. Very well. I'll wait for an assignment. Yes, indeed you will. And I would like you to go back up to the little greenhouse. We'll call it a greenhouse. I don't know, it's a farm, whatever you want to call it. There's nothing like a good meal after a hard day's work. Oh, are we already at that time? Skip to the next morning. I wonder, can we see him go up there? Oh, he's already there. Nice. Next. Oh, now we made apples. I guess it doesn't really tell us what we're growing, but perhaps it could be a variety. It seems to just be vegetables or vegetables, fish or fish. Doesn't matter what kind. Ooh. So red means no strength. They almost look like a fox that way. It goes from fox to otter. And weird things in between. Alright, so, you know, red and yellow, not good. Blues, very, very good. And blue with exclamation point, the best. Got it. It's time for me to go back on the road. I shall be on the next colony, a convoy, out of here. I'll check on you if I'm ever around here again. Thanks for your help. You're always welcome. Have a nice trip. Oh, good. Let's have a nice meal. Let's have a feast. To celebrate your help. Thank you very much. Skip to the next morning again. Like lots of options here. Welcome the caravan and the new travelers. Oh, is this our little schedule? This is what will be happening. So the first thing in the morning, the caravan will arrive. Then some travelers will ask for tasks. There'll be ability to make food, and then lastly, take care of the lighthouse. And that's what we're going to go do now. This fire's can be seen far enough away, and the next convoy will be here tomorrow. Sometimes smart to save resources. So you're telling me to not light it. Also says to revive the fire. It's barely... Yeah, I think we'll wait. We'll wait a day and see what happens. It was only hit by the fog, and that wasn't that much. So we're good. Alright, skip to the morning. You got it. A new day begins. This is certainly a game that a few of my streaming friends would enjoy. A lot of these 2D vertical and horizontal space planning games are really fun, where again it's about maximizing your resource in a very small space. And there's something interesting about that because of course you got to build up and then build down kind of simultaneously. But it's a little different than just being that simple. You know, the underwater factor of this one is certainly something that's a welcome challenge. A convoy just arrived as planned. Travelers looking for a rest, a refuge, or a meal may stay here for a few days. Let's welcome them as best we can. I wonder if we could trade with them if they're swinging by. We feed them and get some money. We give them, I don't know, or they give us materials. Maybe we can trade that way. I would certainly trade food for building materials, absolutely. Climate imbalance forces travelers to move constantly. A caravan of refugees will arrive in your hamlet from time to time. It's like a giant barrel. Oh, cool. It looks different than the picture. Each caravan might be different. I like that. With Elmer leaving, we have 2 available spaces. Who are the new visitors? Morgan and Bianca. Oh, no. Is that a bear? Hold on. I just need to test. Damn it. My mortal enemy. Bears. Alright, members. Well, if you have your emotes ready, go ahead and start spamming them down below in the comments section, and I'll approve them. Those darn bears always chase me everywhere. I can't play a game without bears in it, and they're usually trouble for me. But luckily, Bianca seems to be nice. Insects +5, metal -2. So they're very good at getting... Well, as you'd imagine, that makes sense. Bears, you know, messing around with bees, trying to get honey. That makes sense. And the mouse will gladly offer their knitting talents. Oh, little hands, yeah. +5 metal, jeez. Alright. And they kind of counteract each other, too. Housing produces a small number of insects. What did that say? Worm terrarium. Oh. And a storeroom and housing. Okay. So how can we bring these two? Ah, you just got to click them. Okay. Let's see how we may help each other. Let's move out on the morning. Hi. They seem cool. Is the bear wearing like a colander or something? Like a strainer for a hat? Nice of the squirrels to drop by. Alright, length of stay. Each traveler stays a given time. When the time is up, they leave for the next caravan. Oh, that's interesting. So we're almost like building a temporary hotel for everybody. Their rent payment or their hotel fees are basically just maintaining the property and helping us to build stuff. You show up somewhere, you get to stay for a few days, but you got to do some farming. Fair trade, I suppose, if we don't really have money. Who knows? I don't see a currency yet, do I? Maybe just direct trading. Hello, everyone. I cannot work in any of your workshops. Don't you have some bears around? Yeah, you're the... Oh, already trouble. We don't. What is your specialty? We bears are experts in producing insects. Let me show you. Oh, boy. All right, bear with me as we use Bianca to try to build an insect house. Or a worm terrarium. Oh boy. Well, if we put the worms next to the wood thing, that probably would be bad in real life. But this is a video game, so it probably doesn't matter. Not like they're going to spread there and start eating the wood. Workshops aren't the only thing that's setting us apart. All species have their own bonuses. We squirrels can produce more vegetables than anyone. Yeah, we did see that. I see. So I must account for each of your characteristics to optimize what you can accomplish. Yep, so we kind of just are like the manager. We need to make sure we take everybody's strengths and put them on that. So Morgan here is very good at gathering, so right up into the old farm. Right? Actually, wait a minute. We got a better wait. Hold on. Let's put you in the woodworking thing because we have a squirrel here and that would be better. That one was good with wood, actually. There. So that's how we should set that up. Perfect. I love that art. I would love this as a sticker. That would be so cool. I love that art style. It does remind me of some of the childhood books that all kids get to read and whatnot. Great color palettes. Hi, welcome. And there went some of the others. Always sad to see them go. It feels like sending them off to university. What's going on here? I found a jar of pickles that must date back to my great-grandmother. Judging by its color, it could make for a great fertilizer, bait, or wonderful feast for the insects. Huh. Let's get fish. We haven't really used that before. Going fishing, huh? Alright, skip to the next morning. Thank you very much for the free stuff. Helping out the colony already. Nice. If you change your mind, you can click the Cancel Task button before entering the next phase and assign your traveler to a different task. The weather forecast isn't good. There'll be a storm in the next 3 days which will cause dangerous waves that will come crashing against the lighthouse. Waves can vary in size, but the rooms closest to the ground are always the most vulnerable. Oh. So, good idea to build up. Literally a vertical city builder. We must reinforce our rooms if we want to avoid losing them. It costs resources, but still better than going back to square one. Interesting. Each phase ends with a rainbow weather, which heralds the return of better days. Oh, okay. So you know it's all over when a rainbow comes, and then it's like, yay. So yeah, we got some severe storms coming. I don't know if we're going to survive. Maybe it'll be tough. Reinforce a building. Well, that one's going to take a brunt. We need 25 wood to do that. How do I do that exactly? Well, let's get everybody assigned a job. Oh, that's how we do that. We have to assign somebody to do the construction themselves. Okay, so it can't be done through that menu. There we go. Good, this room now has extra health point. It should survive the next catastrophe. I gotta remember to click on those circles. Squirrel, you can go up top. What can an otter do? Like they like fish and they're good at logging as well. And the last one, a little squirrel. We're not going to be able to hold that much. I want a lot more wood. We're going to need to reinforce. So unfortunately, we can only hold 40 of pretty much everything aside from some of the end game stuff. I assume that'll come a little bit later. All right, everybody have a meal. All right, we're going to speed things up so we can see this giant tsunami. It's coming. So now we got storms for the next few days and possibly a big O tsunami. Oh, it's going to be real bad tomorrow. Downpour, natural disaster, tidal wave level 2, and then happy rainbow. And everything returns to normal. Hopefully. Hi there. Keeper, would you join us for a little morning exercise? Come on, it'll motivate you for the day. What would you prefer? Wood or vegetables? Wood, because I'd like to continue to produce, or rather protect buildings if we can. But I wonder if we can order it that way and then do it. No, we have to wait till the morning. Then we get our assignment, so let's upgrade this building. Let's put the squirrel up in the greenhouse. You do some logging. And Evelyn, you'll help. Cool, so we get to be a lighthouse keeper against all the odds. A giant storm. Can we survive? I bet you we can. I hope so. Ah, did we not get any fish from that? Let's make this. A story by the fire. I've been traveling the world for a while since the weather went mad. I could tell you the tale of my journeys. Morale or wood? Go with wood. I think morale we're okay on. Everybody seems rather happy. Not too bad. Now we have 81 out of 40, so I'm not sure when that wood is taken away. But we basically used a bunch. And now with the coming rain, it's going to go out much faster, that lighthouse. Caravan's here, and so is the dangerous weather. This is it. This is it. We can only take one. I'm gonna go with another otter for logging so we can get repairs done faster. And possibly build some things. That'd be nice. To build stuff and things would be really nice. Ollie and Honora do not agree on the proper way to work. They're asking for a third opinion. More wood. Now morale. Oh boy. Okay. That's where the... It's gonna attack everything. Look at that. The tsunami's gonna hit everything on like the first 2 levels. Hopefully we have time to reinforce beforehand. We did what we could. The storm rages. This is our last chance to reinforce our weakest rooms. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Let's reinforce that one. So I guess this is underground here. This all must be underground. I thought it was kind of like built into the side of a cliff with the grass, but maybe it's a little bit of both. Okay, let's get you on gathering. Oh, can you gather wood while it's doing its thing? I guess not. Alright, Squirrel, you're up there. Grab some food. Gotta get that morale back up. And nothing else we can really reinforce. We'll go bug hunting, I guess. Some fun. Alright, this is it. It's coming. Tomorrow morning, maybe? It's on its way. Beast. Everybody earned it. Alright, last chance on the fire. I think you have all the knowledge you need. Good luck. What do you mean? You can't abandon me now. I'm about to get hit. Oh boy, here it comes. Incoming. Oh boy. They're taking shelter in the lighthouse. Oh boy. A direct hit to our buildings as well. Damage, but we were prepared for it. Nothing got destroyed. And a rainbow. And another caravan is halfway here. Beautiful. A couple of rainy days now. So it seems like it's raining a lot in this world, and of course that affects the, I guess, the rising oceans, and also, of course, clouds and wind and whatnot all around all the time. Pretty, though. We made it. Nice to see. Okay, well, that was the end of the introduction, so I guess from here on out we can either play the next chapter, or which we're in now, or possibly even continue on with Sandbox, which, you know, now we know the basics of it being kind of a turn-based, planned-out, day-by-day city builder, where we can, of course, expand more and more. There's 35 buildings in total, so there's a lot more than what we're able to see here. And this is certainly one I need to see more of, because that hand-drawn stuff is really cozy. It's cool. I like that. Survival city builder where it's kind of a dystopian, dark and gritty situation of the end of whatever's going on here, but also very pretty. Coming back for a lot more of Diluvian Winds as soon as we have time on the channel, but at least now it's in early access. So if we don't check it out in its early access phase now, we're certainly going to check it out upon its full release sometime soon, TM. Diluvian Woods, available now, early access, GOG, and Steam. Go ahead and check it out, link down below in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and let me know what you think. I certainly think I love the art style of this, but I'd like to know what you think. What was your favorite animal in this episode? What kind of critters and creatures did you see that you liked the most? And what is one of the foods that you do not want anything to do with? For me, that's going to be the bugs. I don't mind cabbage and tomatoes and fish, but I don't know. I'm not going to eat a crispy tarantula. That's going to be weird. I mean, I probably would one day, but, you know. Anyway, thank you very much for liking today's video. Thank you very much for subscribing, and I hope to see you all very soon. Goodbye, everyone. Take care.